Okay, so here is my cardigan so far. Now I have already worked my portion of the front here, and I'm making the smallest size. So what I've done is I have done a knit one and knit two together, and then I have put a little yarn over in here. That's going to be my buttonhole because I'm making the little boy cardigan. And then I have knit 19 stitches along the front. Okay, I'm going to take out my stitch markers. And we're actually going to take out all of our stitch markers as we go around on this row because we're not going to need them anymore. And I'm going to take my yarn needle, which has some just pearl cotton on it. You want something that is going to be pretty slick and smooth because your stitches are going to be sliding on and off of this. So you don't want anything with mohair or anything really sticky. Cotton works pretty good. Anything silk works really good. Just something kind of nice and smooth. It doesn't have to be, perfect, but it just has to be something that is going to be easy to transfer stitches on and off. So my pattern says that I need to put 32 stitches onto this waste yarn here onto my needle. So I'm only going to do a couple at a time because I don't want to overload the needle, but I'm literally just going to slip them. Here, this needle out of the way. I'm literally just going to slip them off of this needle and put it onto my yarn needle, a couple at a time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just coming in, I'm scooping them up. I'm just transferring them without twisting them or anything. And like I said, I like to do a couple at a time. So I only like to do 5. And then I'm going to pull my thread here. I'm going to leave a little tail because I don't want anything falling off the end while I'm transferring my stitches. I'm going to do the next 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give it a little pull. $30, $31, and I've run into a marker, so I'm just going to take it off to the side. And 32. This one's got a couple more than 5 on it, but it is pretty manageable. So, okay. So then what I like to do before I proceed is I like to secure this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both of my ends of my waste yarn or waste thread, and I'm just going to tie a bow. Just a little regular old bow here. I think the loop's pretty big. So this will secure it. These stitches aren't going to go anywhere. They make tools for this sort of thing. It's really cool. It's like a rubber thread that has holes in both sides, and you can basically stick it on your needle and just the stitches will just slide right over it. It's very cool, but it's a little more of an advanced tool. So if you're going to be doing things like this where you need a lot of waste yarn, it's pretty neat to have. So I've got these on here, so I'm just going to kind of tuck them towards what would be the inside of my baby sweater here. So I don't need to, I don't really need to worry about that right now. And now we're going to go on to knit the body stitches. So mine is 40, I believe. So then you're just going to keep knitting like you've been knitting before. And you're going to close this gap here. So you've got this big gap in the arm, and you're just going to close the gap. You're just going to keep knitting. Pull it a little tight here to make sure that there's no holes, right? So this right here is the crucial stitch. So I always tell people, it's not the stitch you're making that locks the tension, it's the next stitch that locks the tension. So see how I could just sort of pull this and make it as wide as I want. There's going to be a huge gap there. When you are making, snug it up here. When you are making this second stitch after the gap, that's when you want to pull the first stitch tight. Now we've locked it in place, and so we're good. And then you're just going to keep going on this until you have reached your stitch count of 40. And then we're going to repeat it with the next side.